Alright, so I figured out a way to bleed the MR2 clutch line, the slave cylinder, without taking all day. What I did was I took this off back here and I bled that first. And how I bleed it is I use this. You can see how dirty that stuff is, or the fluid is that's coming out of there. But what I do is I get this Dawn bottle and I put a hose on it, put some fluid in there, and I put it over that so that when I pump it, it doesn't suck air back in there. It just pushes out all the air and all the bubbles come up in here, and it just basically, it's basically like a valve because no air will go back into the line. Then I bleed down here first, and after I bleed that, I hook the line back up for the slave cylinder, and I bleed the slave cylinder. So it's just a shorter distance it has to travel. It took me all about 10 minutes to do it this way. Before, I was trying to bleed the whole system at once, and it was just a pain in the butt. But I'm just about done bleeding this. You see how dirty all this fluid is that filled that up. The fluid was clear like the front, and then now I just got all dirty from the gunk that was in the line and whatnot. But I'm cleaning it out, so I'm gonna do a few more pumps and then fill back up the front reservoir, and it should be good to go. Yo, look at all the gunk and stuff that I got out of that freaking slave cylinder. That was clear, I'm telling you. That's between the slave cylinder and that hard line. I just bled it all out. I'm gonna go ahead and swap this fluid out and keep bleeding it a little bit. I'm bleed it like 1 or 2 more times, and it should be good. There's no more bubbles coming out of it, just straight fluid, so all the gunk is being pushed out. Yo, back again. This time I did run the wire for the 4-bar. Run it, put it up through there, grounded right there. I did sand it, and it runs back underneath and into the cab. I also did the fans. These ones not as clean. I just kind of like put my power wires and my ground together, and I also did this side. My power wire also runs back underneath and go all the way back in the cab. I left these undone right here. I didn't want to waste sleeving just to cover these parts, so that's why this part is undone. It's also grounded up here, so I didn't want to run a wire or drill a hole or anything, so I just ended up grounded up there, just out of the way, and just tucked up. Can't really see it, so that's it. What's left to do now is basically just wiring the fans, which is this one right here. That's the fan, and then wire in the 4-port. So it'll go in here, wired in here. It goes to one of these harnesses. I'm not sure where, but I'll figure it out. My buddy will come by and help me put it together. But yeah, how I run mine, I'll show you guys in prior videos. You get everything tucked up in the trunk here. You don't have to run any wires through here. What I do is I just I pop this off, the side cover. Go ahead and I'll pop that off. And there's a hole on the inside already, on the inside back here. There's a hole already drilled from factory. So what I did, I'll just run the wire, open up my fuel tank, took the little cover out, ran the wire through, pull it through here, push it up, and here pull it through, and then run it all the way inside here. This is sealed in here, so you don't have to worry about water getting up in there, messing up your wires. So you more so got to worry about water in here than you do inside the fender well. But engine harness, I'll run through here. Some people tuck it up underneath there. I'm not going to do that. The hole's already there. I'm going to just get a thingy and put it over it. But I get the grommet. I had a grommet and I freaking lost it. I actually didn't lose it. I sold my previous harness and I sold that grommet on it. So Brian over at Garage Built TV got that one. But yeah, all left now. Coolant lines. Get that done. I still need to do that brake booster line. Have the part for it. I think it might be too big though. But you know, it should work. and what's that, coolant lines, and fire it up. Like literally got to get the fluids and fire it up. Yep, got the fans wired up, ready to cool this intercooler. Fans and 4-port wired up.